I'm Michael Furman. I'm an automotive photographer based in Philadelphia. And what makes my situation rather unique is I only shoot vintage, classic, and sports cars in the studio. What further makes this situation more unique is that I don't even have a studio. Instead, my equipment lives in a 20-foot car carrier, and my crew and I travel around North America going to where the cars are located. In this case, we're in Toronto to shoot a great collection of post-war sports cars, and we've rented a hangar at the Toronto airport that will be large enough to accommodate our needs. In the next few minutes, I'll give you an idea how we work with our Phase 1 IQ 280 digital back. It delivers the quality we need for the type of projects that we work on and the type of quality that our clients demand. So stick with us and I'll show you what we do. As photographers, we aren't just visual people, we are really responsible for the main communication that goes on in a given project. When the viewing audience sees our work on the printed page or on the internet, they don't really know what it took us to get there. We don't get to stand next to them as they're thumbing through a book and explain to them why we could do this or why we couldn't do this or how we accomplished something. All they know is the net result, and the net result has to get the job done. Unlike a lot of photographers who take a photograph and hand the files or the images off to the client or the publication or the ad agency, I've become a publisher. I kind of wonder sometimes why I did that, but the main reason is control. And like most photographers, I'm a control freak. I want to be in absolute control of every aspect of what we're doing, from how we're shooting it, how we're lighting something, how we're composing things, all the way through to the finished page. And if I go out of my way to capture certain tones or colors in an image, I want to be sure that those tones and colors and contrast and shapes, everything is there on the printed page. I'm somewhat lucky in that I have more than one image to tell the story. Many times I have a series of images, a number of pages, and I can use those photographs to work together to tell my story. I don't have to try to capture it all in one photograph. In doing so, I can highlight certain things in a photograph, and when you see the work together as a group, you get the complete story in front of you. It allows me to explore the subject a little differently, and I don't have any one image to have to carry the weight of the entire communication. I must admit, I'm still impressed, I'm still amazed by the quality of what we see and how well we're able to control things, how well the color comes out in the cars, how well the subtle differences appear. We shoot cars such that there's very large areas of a single color, but the color can gradate from lighter to darker tones. And in doing so, the lighter or darker tones can be very difficult to distinguish. And a really, really, really good system will allow us to do this. And this starts with the optics. It goes all the way through the digital capture. It goes through how we handle the image in the software and how it is then presented to a quality printer to reproduce. It's very important for me that what we do is accurate. It's funny how people think that if they give me a less than perfect car, I will make it beautiful. And we don't make things beautiful. That's not my job to do that. We do something I think is more important, and that is we make things accurate. And in making things accurate, what we're showing to people is really how beautiful things are in their own right. We do photograph a lot of highly restored cars, perfectly new cars, original cars, but we also shoot a lot of cars that are older, that are original, that show the use of wear, shows the history of the car, shows the personality of the car, shows the fact that the car has lived a long, interesting, and active life. And that adds to the story of the car, that adds to the beauty of the car, and my job really is to bring that out. I'm toughest on myself, and in doing so, I hold myself and my staff to a higher standard than possibly our client might understand. And in doing so, we try to exceed our own standards with everything we do.